Hello everyone, it's been bugging me not knowing how much damage this tank does inside Squad Busters, so I went in to do the testing and I was shocked at what I found. So I took Tank into training and there was 4 things I want to know. How much damage she does, how much damage she does with the tank, and then how much damage she does in a fusion and a tank in a fusion. As you can see here, she's going to be doing 125 damage per second. So I popped on my screen recorder and found that she did 5 attacks within 4 seconds, meaning that each attack is going to be 0.8 seconds. So that means every time she's going to be making a hit, she'll be doing 120 damage. The next thing I needed to do was find a really tanky enemy, so I found this mech looking thing here, and it actually took 54 hits to destroy it. At 120 damage at 54 hits, that's 6,480 damage. And given that we don't know how much health was left when we destroyed this enemy, I'm going to just call it 6,500 that it had. And just to make sure that the tank damage wasn't 125 damage per second, I went in with the good old trader there who took 59 hits to destroy this. But now that I know how much health this enemy has, it was time to grab the tank, and the tank took exactly 10 hits to destroy. Meaning that every hit from this tank is going to be 650 damage. Although the amount of time it took for a full animation for this tank firing was going to be just a shaving over 2 seconds. So we could pretty much say that the attack per second on this tank is 325. So I went back in fresh and fused myself up, and this was a part that shocked me. It actually took 26 hits this time in order to destroy this thing. If we take that 6,500 and divide it by the 26, that means that each hit is going to be 250 damage. If we take each one of those 250 damage hits and times it by 5, the amount of attacks we got in the 4 seconds, that gives us 1,250. And then we go and divide that by the 4 seconds, that means we're doing 312 damage per second. And that's shocking to me because I always thought when you took 3 heroes and fused them together, you were getting 3 times the amount of damage. Turns out that every time you fuse, it's actually going to be 2.5 times the amount of damage. And where I didn't do the testing, I imagine it's probably going to be the exact same thing for the health. Now at this point, I hopped back in the tank there and went back over, and it took 5 hits in order to destroy this thing, meaning that each hit was going to be 1,300 damage. Given that that's still 2 seconds, that's going to make our damage per second in the fusion state 650. But this tank also has the overdrive feature on it, which kind of looks like a rage, and that is going to reduce the time of the animation for attacking down to 1.25 seconds. When in this overdrive, I didn't see any increase in the amount of damage dealt, but we definitely have that shortening of time, which now makes our attack per second in the overdrive state 1,040. Those are pretty huge numbers, and I'm definitely going to start using this more. I just got to make sure I'm bringing somebody in like a wizard or even dynamite there, so I'm not wasting that 1,000 damage on a single skeleton. But I'm curious to know if you guys are as surprised as I am. If you guys want to know the hidden stats behind the turbo boots and the golden boots inside the game, take a look at this video right here. Thanks for watching, and remember, I picked my butt.